Hello, hello. We have a new chapter of the One Punch Man remake. It's kind of crazy that the original is getting more updates more frequently than the remake now. Never thought I would say that. I never thought I would see that day, but it makes each of them exciting. When they're the one that comes out less frequently, you get really hyped. Here we have a pretty fan servicey picture of Fubuki. That is Murata's way. What can we say about it? Except booba. I really like the meme booba. Anyways, this chapter is called Indomitability. Indomitability. The inability to be dominated. And this, of course, could refer to all sorts of things. The One Punch Man chapters always have titles that are ambiguous in that regard, or could refer to a lot of different plot lines. So a lot of naked men to start off this chapter. Super dark alloy shine, or whatever his name is. A gigantic heap of shining muscles, sulking, completely out of character, because he was defeated by Garo, comforted here by Prisoner in the nude, and Zombie Man also in the nude. So, for all of the heteroeroticism, all of the appealing to straight men of Fubuki on the cover, Murata's covering his bases. Only Zombie Man is attractive to me. and Zombie Man I have seen in some pretty compromising positions already. Dark Chan was defeated in hand-to-hand combat. Someone is making noise upstairs, and I'm sure it's bothering Kat. Garo is alive. He will probably appear once again in a short while. That time he might have already been unstoppable for my body. Just what is he? No matter how much you punch him or smash him, he will immediately swell up and rush in. So this is kind of interesting, because this was something that was inexplicable to Garo when he fought Metal Bat. This fighting spirit that eluded all medical science, that eluded all laws of physics. The more I get hurt, the more my fighting spirit flares up. And now Garo has not only mastered it, but he's taken it on to the level of like a shonen protagonist. If Saitama is a parody of a certain type of protagonist, then Garo is a parody of another type, the type that doesn't just effortlessly win, not the Superman archetype, but instead like the Luffy archetype, or the Naruto archetype, or really a lot of our modern shonen heroes that spend a lot of the fight losing, spend a lot of the fight getting their licks, and then eventually remember, right, I have friends, or right, my dream, and get a lot stronger and unlock something and start figuring it out and winning. And I just love how this series has to reconcile like shonen type tropes with psychological realism, and that now we're kind of seeing that play out again, that the heroes cannot understand this like nearly heroic power of Garo, this plot armor of Garo. It's very good. And then, of course, this shot of the mental image of Garo is just fantastic. He's like the personification of despair. Okay, so Garo did not, of course, get bubbled out by Tatsumaki's rescue effort. He instead is lying at the bottom of a gigantic pile of rubble. Absolute evil. Looking super badass. Also maybe naked. Everybody naked this chapter. I love this too, the transition between Dark Alloy Shine's kind of imagining of Garo's thoughts, of Garo's incarnation of evil, and that Garo himself is also kind of going through the same process of realizing, okay, I have now been put into this role. I am the absolute. Thinking, I can clearly imagine it now, the evil that I must carry out. Happening, the more I get overwhelmed, the more I increase in power. Did I get too tired against Muscle Figurine? Oh, I guess that's what he's calling Dark Alloy Shine. I feel like my head is clear now. Now I can make it. Like this, I can climb up and reach the realm of disaster level God. God is evoked just rarely enough in this series that it still has so much hype. It's like referring to the One Piece in One Piece. I will become the very despair that will forever And here is the first allusion to Garo's like real plot, the ultimate intent of Garo's hero murdering rampage. A really great shot. Again, these Murata one-panel monsters that he puts so much love and creativity into, just for them to be destroyed as part of Garo's kaiju fantasy, knock humanity down into the depths of terror. We still don't know to what end. We still have Garo naked with this very strange genitalia substitute. Really nice panicked crowd shot, by the way. Something that for the events of this series, we don't actually see all that often. The panicked crowd looking up. And again, just the strength of Murata in drawing such a variety of faces and expressions and characters and outfits, and it's just fantastic. A really, really, really amazing page, I gotta say. So here it is. Here is Garo's actual scheme. This is Garo's vision of a new future, which is not just endless misery, despair, destruction, and violence, but instead a world of appreciation, a world of human-to-human compassion. People scared under equal terror, united by it, just grateful for being alive. People whose irrationalities cause even more irrationalities will cease to exist. And of course here, just in this one tiny panel showing the jungle gym, where Garo was bullied, being made to play the villain in their hero game. Just in that one little panel, you can understand this entire legacy of ideas that he's bringing to bear with this plan. You can understand fully like what drives him to see the world in this way, as this place of irrationality, of this place of ceaseless, pointless violence, that instead people can learn to all be on the same side. Evil will fade away in a world where existence isn't taken for granted. So will bullying, discrimination, even war. So this is kind of the Watchmen plan that Ozymandias wants to do. Spoilers, I guess. Come on, that comic is older than me. Watchmen has been out since the 80s. If you don't know that that's what it's about, then that's what it's about. That's what the main plot line is about. That they're trying to stop World War III by creating a greater evil, a greater threat that both countries have to respond to. So Garo basically has the same sort of general plan. The motivations are a little more emotionally motivated rather than Adrian's. Oh, I didn't even scroll down. Yeah, it's even more apparent if you scroll down that there's the shadowy figures of Garo's bullies. But yeah, it's not totally cold and calculated that this is just the sensible way forward, but rather Garo's passion towards this bizarre sense of justice that's driving him. What the world needs is not biased justice, but absolute unbiased evil. Really nice shot here. These speech bubbles, the way that Garo is drawn, it's really fantastic. And do you remember when we were reading the webcomic, I started talking about how there was like this kind of horror element in one's drawings because they were so like sketchy and amateur. It felt like someone didn't have to have the veneer of a professional, didn't have to have like the kind of assumed sensibility of someone who's really, really good at drawing and obviously has like studied it and has like discipline and stuff, that this could have emerged from a madman or something. In this page, Murata, who of course is the epitome of like, dang, this guy has done his homework, has the energy of a madman still. It's fantastic. It really just shows the depths of Garo's emotion, that the presentation of the page has been influenced to this extent. Thanks to that crying kid, the brat. How do you know about this place? Ooh, because he still is under a very strange conception of who exactly Garo is. Because I'm a monster. Nice shot. Again, just these sketches. I swear, Murata is now looking back to one. Murata has come like full circle and has become enlightened once again to the unique beauty of one's art. Just look at these lines. The line work really looks like one's. That it almost seems like it's drawn in MS Paint. Fantastic. Really fantastic. Okay, here he goes. Scraping his fingers through rock. Becoming more and more monsterfied. That's right. Okay, back to this. I'm a loser. I give up. I didn't just lose. I realized it was just like he said. What I was looking for was a victory that'd feel good. I'm not proud of anything. Just wanted to remain drunk on my own power. Garo is such a jerk. Really knows how to cut people to the core, huh? But yeah. I don't know. It's sort of interesting because he doesn't really ever recover from this if we think about the webcomic and stuff. He decides to retire from heroics. Whoa! Sweet Mask stepping in after his own humbling incident last chapter. No sense of justice, no determination. I'm just pretending to be a heel. Sweet Mask is super pissed, yeah. Because he's just had an even more humiliating defeat. So is Sweet Mask actually stronger than Dark Alloy, Dark Shan, Dark Shine? Or is he just depressed and not putting up any sort of resistance? Because, you know, Sweet Mask is obviously stronger than his rank indicates, but just how much stronger? We don't really have a good sense. And we know that from the webcomic that this isn't even the full extent of his strength. Pitting yourself, complaining and making excuses this late in the game, and you still call yourself a hero? Cowardly soldiers are not eligible to take part in this operation. Go home. This is the strength of will of someone who is still wearing all of their clothes. Wearing their designer brands. Someone who's begging to tornado on the radio. Super Alloy Darkshine. There we go. That's the name. Sad. He's sads. Because he's sad. Super Alloy Darkshine. You... Doesn't your weak mind make you feel angry? Oh man. What an idea. That when you've reached these sort of mental limits, when you feel discomposed, when you feel unconfident, when you feel like you've been humbled or humiliated, that should make you angry? You should be angry at the weakness of your mind? What a powerful way to put it. Oh my god, and this shot is just so intense. Blood coming out of his eyes and gums. I also really like Zombie Man's kind of first he's just sort of he's over it. And then when he hears Sweet Mask actually address our boy Sads, he seems like, oh? He's down to hear a motivational speech. Because I think he's a little depressed too. Like, he didn't lose against Homeless Emperor. But he didn't win either, right? Like, all he did was just get blasted a bajillion times and then not die, right? Or I'm not misremembering, right? They haven't actually shown him beat Homeless Emperor yet. So he's kind of like, all right, and he might be interested to hear some sort of motivational speech, but no. Doesn't your weak mind make you feel angry? And he is just shocked at the depravity of Sweet Mask. Alright. Project hits from Sweetie didn't damage you at all. You say you lost Dark Chain, your strength hasn't disappeared, your muscle armor is still there. Garo tore me through me like an instant, like an old rag. Yeah, I remember the scene from the webcomic that Pre Prisoner like tries to encourage Dark Alloy, Dark Chan by being like, I lost way faster. Like, I got hurt so much worse than you. Which I always thought was kind of like a weird way to reassure people, but whatever. Ah, this is very interesting. The Monster Association's boss and its cadres are all still alive. So, Pre Prisoner knows that. He says that confidently as a fact. I thought maybe they were becoming hopeful that Tatsumaki just wiped them all out. And I feel like we talked about this a lot before, that if you hadn't read the webcomic, would you think this arc is ending? Would you think that the battle against Orochi slash Psychos was like the big finale of the arc. And now that I guess they've reintroduced Garo, that you know for sure that Garo survived and that Garo's coming back, it's probably not a big surprise that the other cadre are coming back too. But this is the first like explicit confirmation. This is the first time that they're like, no, 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 no. We're still just kind of getting warmed up in this arc. Fighting to protect my boyfriends who are waiting in prison. You, Dark Chan, must have somebody to protect too. There is, and that's you. Dark Chan, it's yourself. Nobody hates himself. I don't know about that. You, Dark Chan, have been nurturing and protecting your precious self. I don't think I could ever do such an admirable thing. It's an interesting perspective, because it's kind of true. If all he wants are satisfying victories and to show off his superior strength and stuff, then he really is fighting to protect himself from the feeling that he's having right now of fear, of inadequacy, of failure. So he really needs to continue doing that too. He needs to fight to protect himself each and every day, or else his ego will collapse and he'll be left in this miserable place again. Still, do you like being like that? If you back down now, you'll lose your precious self for the rest of your life. Isn't that right? Look at that body of yours, that trembling. Isn't that trembling caused by your muscles crying? Did you train to sit down like that? Ooh, and even Sweet Mask says some words of encouragement here. Those muscles are proof that you've overcome yourself. Never allow yourself to be weak. Ooh, and Ai... What's this guy's name? Is this guy Ai Drill? No. Ai... Something? It's like Bashidrill and... something. I don't remember their names. One of the trio of Atomic Samurai's crew. Looking on too. All of the people that have suffered these defeats. Kind of picking each other up right now. I'm just like you. And here we see the scale of this battle once more. That Sweet Mask knows in the end that all of this is just kind of talk. That the real fight is happening up there in this Top Gun-esque dogfight between half snake, half psychic lady and bizarre horse knight turn into plane. No matter how frustrated I get, no matter how many times I disappoint myself, I stand up and move forward. Cool shots! Drive Knight turning into a motorcycle, driving down the side of the twisted up column. That's called being a hero. Switching back to the fighter jet mode. Damn, Drive Knight, sorry, is like very strong. Really. Feels like he might be underrated in the ranks. Because there he basically just took a hit, blew up, because his own physical body was fine. He transformed into something else, got away, and then transformed back into the form that got blew up? Like, huh? Like, is there no limit to this? Is there no end to this transformation material? Well then, Super Alloy Darkshine, what is your pride telling you? You don't get up, I'm deep kissing you. Good face. Good threat. No way I'm going down like that. That's more like it. Okay. People are getting roused. Finally cooperate to take down that thing. No. The S-Class cannot cooperate. What's weird to me is that they rearranged themselves between these panels. Or rather, the people that are looking on rearrange themselves and swap out for the people who are talking. Anyways, it's a strange bit of paneling, but... Oh, I guess it's because... I don't know. It's like they show Atomic Samurai. He's gesturing like this. You assume that the next shot is everyone from his perspective, everyone looking on at him. But then when it actually shows his perspective in the same panel, everyone is like rearranged. That's not worth thinking about. Change of heart. Just for today, I've only teamed up with people I've acknowledged as strong. go about this cooperative attack? Oh, it's Tank Top Master, who Breath of the Wild did his way over here by throwing something and then jumping on it. Came here to help you out. There's a tornado up there. Mr. Tank Top Master. They really are kind of a useless team, though. The more they add, it's just like Muscle Man. Muscle Man. Muscle Man. I really don't understand what they're going to do. I mean, Child Emperor by far has the most potential, but I feel like he already burned through all of his resources, right? We saw that in the fight against Natural Evil Water, that he didn't have all of the tools that he normally has because he lost them all against Phoenix Man. So, like, what are they gonna do? what is their plan? Just muscle tower their way up to fight a fighter jet? It's on a different dimension. How's the situation here? Thanks to you, it's gonna be all right. How is he the missing ingredient? It feels like he's redundant by Dark-chan. What's going on? Sweet Mask. At first I thought you were all talk, but I've changed my opinion just a little. You're creepy after. Oh, no, Zombie Man's the best. Zombie Man's like one of my favorite characters. He's just so cool. He's just so naked. Okay. Never thought I'd see these guys cooperating with each other. When they hit a wall, they'll grow up and find another way. They are S-class heroes after all. I love that this shot is like a proud parent, like a mentor or something, looking after... they've come so far, my students, my children. But it's like a 5th grader. He's like 12. He's looking at all these grown-ass adults, like half of whom are naked. Not expecting anything from an idiot. All his equipment pulverized by an enemy. He's not be in our way, Zombie Man. Embarrassing Mask. Nice. Good. Alright. Fun chapter. I like that they're taking a bit of time out of this insane, super high power, highest stakes battle to really get into the characterization, really show the interactions, show these team dynamics, show where everybody's headspace is at. Plus we saw the reemergence of Garo and some extremely brilliantly illustrated panels. But yeah, there's still so much to cover. So many fights remain. And I don't doubt at all that Murata is going to give them a full and thorough treatment in the remake. It's not like he's planning on glossing over any of this stuff. So, got settled. Plenty of One Punch Man yet to come. All right, bye-bye.